I'm going to do 3. They're old for me, new for you since you guys are new here, so. I thought you said it would be better by now, that I wouldn't feel like all the gardens I've planted in the backyards of houses I'll never be to again wouldn't feel so fruitless. But I can see how the roses bloomed through the tiny little windows. I can now watch their lives, and I'm haunted. By how we used to share the same street, same house, same bed, and now we can't even be in the same state of mind. Probably because they became fluent in new languages I can't even begin to understand, while I remain illiterate in the face of change, because when I say forever, I mean it. And maybe that's why it feels like I'm an expert in a dying field, some archaic version of what love was once, a long time ago. But I guess I don't really know anything other than it hurts, and in my logical mind it makes sense, but in my delusional heart it doesn't. I've been loaded like a shotgun for as long as I can remember. Endless shells of expectations and limitations ran through my body at lightning speed. I guess I never really noticed the rest growing, or maybe if it was always there. Perhaps something I inherited from my mother that painted me the same color of wild woman, that drove my dad to burn me at the stake for the sins that were never mine to hold, but was the only one around to take. Don't Be Your Mother is the only song he would sing me from the time I was a child. It's no wonder I ended up being just like him. My therapist calls this an overcorrection, a thing children do in order to be accepted by the people we love. We reflect them back to themselves like little toy mirrors in hopes that when they see themselves in us, it makes us easier to love. But when the reflection painted his face a shade of avoidance and drunken mistakes, I was the one who cracked, who ended up poison-filled and left at the top of the stairs in an effort to prove I can never be him, so what I showed him couldn't be true. It was then that I realized I didn't want to end up the angry man in my own house, the one well-liked by everyone except his own family. And so I left. I found my way through endless seas of people and places to ironically find a fate I can't seem to outrun. I may not be my father, but I sure do look a lot like him. My depression is in a house I built myself, but one I spent my childhood in. Nestled at the end of a road I have come to know as grief and my brothers have come to know as anger, I find myself dragged back there on the days I forget how to feed myself, to bathe myself. I close my eyes and I'm buried yet again under the foundation, peeling back my nails as I claw at the rotten wood of this generational trauma that drives itself into the sides of my temples, threatening to turn me into yet another thing to fuel this fire. I never asked to be kindling, something so easily thrown away. But when your parents don't want you, the only thing your mind seems to say is, why would anybody else?